What is up, Team Igneous? Coming at you, getting ready for the workout for Tuesday, March 24th. Don't worry, I know the handwriting is not Jessica's, it's cruddy, but I'm gonna post it with all the writing on there, so don't worry about that. So let's get started with our warm-up today. It's gonna be an 8-minute AMRAP. We're gonna start with 10 jumping lunges. We've got Coach Jess here leading the way. 10 lunges, jumping, 10 high knees. So hands out, tapping those knees into 10 butt kicks. And lastly, into 10 no push-up burpees. You guys should be familiar with those from today if you did our home WOD. That was a spicy one. Perfect. Next up, we're gonna go into our mobility. So we've got a saddle pose. Saddle pose. So we're gonna sit on the feet, toes will be flat. For a lot of people, this is a good position to be in. If you're like Jess, a little bit more flexible, you can actually lean back. I know a lot of ladies can do this. Gentlemen, if you could do this, go ahead and tag me and we'll post it because that's impressive. Tyler, you don't count. Next up, we're gonna go into a scorpion. So we're gonna lay flat on the ground, arms out into a cross, so we'll be flat on our stomach. So go left foot to right hand. We're gonna hold for 1 minute each way. So then we'll switch sides. Perfect. So that is our warm-up and our mobility, getting started off right. Next up, we're gonna go into our bind, which is pretty quick, 4 rounds, minute plank. So 2 options. You're gonna be either be in the upright position on your plank, so arms will be straight. Make sure you're tightening up the core right here, squeezing the glutes, keeping everything in line, or you can come down onto the elbows. Okay, same thing. Make sure we don't create an arch with our back, so we don't want any of this stuff going on, okay? Nice and flat, slow back down. Perfect. So that is a good start for us today. I want to go over tomorrow's strength portion. So we are going to do a bunch of different movements, and the sets are 4 sets of 10. So each movement you're going to do 4 sets of 10 before moving on to the next one. Here's the kicker. There's a 3-second negative on each movement for each rep, and there's only 30 seconds in between. So you're going to need a running clock, and you're going to work every 30 seconds. So after you rest, you get right back onto it. So we're going to go over this next, and then if you have a barbell, we're going to go over that strict press portion. Moving on again to the weightlifting portion, don't forget 4 sets of 10 per movement, 3-second negative, 30 seconds in between each set. So we're going to be using a backpack. I know a lot of us don't have equipment, but if you do, if you have a dumbbell, kettlebell, even a barbell, you can sub for that as well. So she's going to grab her backpack. We're going to start with our first movement, which is our split leg good morning. So we're going to stand. She's going to hold the bag up top, kind of like a bear hug. We'll do a slight bend in the front knee. You can bend a little bit more in the back knee. We're going to come up. 3, 2, 1. Down to the bottom, come up. And we're going to do 10 each leg for 4 sets. So go ahead and switch, show what that's going to look like. So we'll bring that other leg forward. Slight bend in the knee, chest up. 3-second negative down. Back to the top. Next up, we're going to go into our bench press, which is actually a floor press. A lot of us don't have a bench press laying around at home. So we're going to drive you can either drive the hips up kind of like similar to a glute bridge, or you can keep them flat on the ground. But we're going to come up with the bag and 3-second negative down. So we'll come up, 3-second negative down. Fantastic. We're going into our third movement, which is the Bulgarian split squat. So our item today is our little RC buggy thing, which will work perfectly, but you guys can choose whatever you want. So bring your calves all the way up to whatever item you choose. We're going to go lunge forward, toes flat on whatever you're using. In this case, it's a gator. Make sure that the knee does not track over the toes. That's what we're looking for. So you might have to adjust your foot slightly, so move it up forward if you need to a little bit more. But you can either use the bag or not. For some people, this is going to be enough. Take a deep breath, 3-second negative down, 3, 2, 1, back up. And again, it's 10 per leg. And if you want to use a little bit more weight, you can, of course, use the bag. So we'll demo that real quick. Whoa, careful now. Perfect. So a little bit more challenging that way. Also, just having an odd object with one leg is pretty difficult as it is. So next up, we're going to go into a strict press. So she's going to grab her bag. Oh, where are you going? So one elbow's under the bag, just similar to a barbell. One elbow slightly in front. We're going to take a deep breath. We're going to go ahead and drive up, and the negative will be on the down portion of the lift. 2, 1, back up. 2, 1, back up. Perfect. So again, 4 sets of 10. Each rep has a negative. So now we're going to go into a side delt raise. Okay. So you're going to grab your bag again. She's want to put it down. She can't do it. Don't put it down. So we're going to take a deep breath. You're going to come up and then negative down. Again, 4 sets of 10 each way. Do one more. A little bit difficult, huh?
It is.
Perfect. Our last movement for today is our tricep extension. So kind of what Jess and I went over, you can use the backpack strap. I'm going to kind of zoom in real quick. Perfect. Her armpits are shaved. So that's good.
I instantly love that.
So elbows tight to the body. Don't let them flare out. We're going to come up, and our negative will be down. 3, 2, 1, up, and down. Perfect. Now, if you guys have a barbell, like I said, feel free to use a barbell. Use your best judgment on the weight. You're not going to want to go too heavy, maybe 40 to 60% of whatever you do on the lift typically. Or if you've got a barbell, you can also do our weightlifting portion today, which is a 5x6 strict press. There is no tempo here. Sorry, babe. No tempo there. Just regular reps. Obviously, you're not going to go too heavy on this. Again, it's going to be a 5x6. Team, getting into that good stuff now, the WOD of the day. It is for time. Chipper. We are going to start with a 400-meter bear hug carry. So we're not running. You're just going to pack that backpack down as heavy as you can get it. It's going to be odd. You're going to be out of breath. That's where I want you to be. So 400 meters starting off. When you come back, you're going to start off with 100 seal jacks. Like a jumping jack, except hands come out and in, and we're clapping. Perfect. Not awkward at all, right? 100 seal jacks into 80 ski jumps with a touch. So you're going to cross over and touch the ground. 80 ski jumps. Next up, we're going to go to 60 T openers. So we're going to go into a plank position. With this, guys, you're going to be alternating sides. So it'll end up being 30 each side. So you want to keep your toes flat on the ground. So we're going to come back to the center, switch sides. Keep going, babe. So notice again how her toes are straight. She's not crossing her legs like we typically would going into a side plank. Perfect. So 30 each way. Next, we're going to go into 40 squat jumps. So just like it sounds, just a little hop at the top. Doesn't have to be crazy, but 40 reps there. Into 20 inchworms with a push-up. So we're going to touch our toes, walk our hands out. You got a push-up, and then we'll walk back in. And lastly, we're going to grab that heavy backpack. We're going to bear hug that sucker, so you cannot use the straps. No cheating. And we're going to walk another 400 meters, and that'll be time for the workout. Lastly, guys, we're going into our AWOD. Again, we're using Ryder's little buggy thing here, but if you've got like a doorway, bottom of a fridge, any of that works. We're going to point the toes. We're going to come up. Don't go too far up over your hips. We're going to crunch up. Do a couple reps, Jess. Those are not good reps. And then we'll go back to positive reps. Perfect. Do one more. So we got 100 reps, guys. Get it. I'm loving the post. You guys are crushing it. I know Mondays was a spicy workout. This is going to be an even better one. So I want you guys to get after it. Keep tagging us at Crossfit Igneous. Keep motivating. Stay positive. Let's make it a great day. And hope to see you guys soon. Holla if you need me.